It's me, Mikey Pipes, and Daniel's son. He's back from vacation. And you may be like, but Mike, St. Mike, you just hired him 2 months ago. He's ready to go on vacation? That just shows you what kind of nice guy I am. Isn't that right, Daniel's son? And he doesn't even know it yet, but he's going to have a paid vacation. Oh, look at it. His eyes lit up. Oh, really? Look at that. Look at that. He's like a little kid in the candy store. Yes. Because at the end of the day, right, you're basically like a salaried employee. Some days you go home early. Some days you go late. But it all averages out at the end of the day, right? Yeah. But you only work for 2 months about, right? And you took off Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday. 4 days. Basically getting almost a week free.
Did I take off Thursday? No, I worked Thursday.
You worked Thursday? Oh, so Friday, Monday, Tuesday. All right, that was close. All right, cool. All right, we are doing a Burnham Alpine full annual service. And the parts are on the truck. See that? That's the Alpine service box. But also, I also have the full annual service guide and things you need to do it. And Daniel's going to do it for the first time today. All right, so one of the first things we're going to do is we're going to find the power switch, which is right there. We're going to turn off the power. Now, we're going to quickly go over this manual. And I already gave Daniel a good little overview, right? This is the heat exchanger. We have the flame rods and the flame sensors, temperature sensors. That one with the blue Teflon tape, that's the high temperature limit sensor. Those always die, by the way. And it gives you some stupid error, which tells you to replace the Stage 2 controller. And the Stage 2 controller is right there. This is version 2.1. I think they're up to version 4 or 3.5 already, but this is the brain, the motherboard of it. And you're going to need a screwdriver like this to take out those screws there, because you're going to make sure those are clean as well. But since this is Daniel's first time working on a Burnham Alpine, we're going to review the manual. This is the annual servicing guidelines information. Yeah, it's 6 years old, but still good. Step by step, tells you exactly what to do. It tells you to test the low water cutoff if one is present, boiler wiring, flame sensor, there, igniter. So Daniel is going to follow this step by step. But before I leave and leave him alone, we're going to make sure the gas gets disconnected. And I want to do that because it looks like they used blue lock there. See that? I think it's going to be a bitch. Oops, did I say that? An itch. I meant an itch. I think it's going to be an itch. All right. See? Alpine 150. Oversized for the house, by the way.
Doesn't look like there's any water cut off.
I do not see a low water cutoff, correct. I see our primary loop. Ah, there it is, low water cutoff. Bingo, right there. See? In a position where the guys who installed this did not think about the next guy. Obviously, right? They could have easily built a wall there or put it on the wall over there, but there's no way of getting back there. I think you could probably get back there if you climb over the top of the water here. They're indirect. All right. Let's get to work. I just know that blue lock is not going to cooperate. And those shame on these installers who put this boiler in. This is the answer right here. So all we need now is put the nipple in the middle. The union in the middle, and not use blue lock like these idiots who put this boiler together. All right, and you'll be good. Yes, I'm gonna get some heat or backlash for that, but there's no way that you're gonna be able to take out that gas piping with this limited confined space right here. There's too much going on in there. Not possible. I was looking to see if I cut myself there. I'm not giving you the middle finger, guys. All right, now that the gas is disconnected, I think you're good to go. What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna need the nipples and union.
Yes.
For it.
I have the union right here. And I am going to give you the right size nipples that you need. And I'm not going anywhere. I may go for a swim in the pool across the street, though, but my house is across the street.
Yeah.
Want to guess the temperature of the pool?
91.
93.
Oh.
Yeah, it's nice. Okay, let's get to work. It wants you to flame sensor. Let's get rid of the sawzall, by the way. Move that out of the way. Remove the wire boot. Boom. That one right there. Or, no, it's pointing to this one. Doesn't matter. It's both of them. Doesn't really matter.
Okay.
Pull that one out. Put the muscle into it, Daniel.
I'll break it.
You're not going to break it. There you go. Ground wire. Okay. And the other one, the flame sensor. Perfect. Now, you can do two things. You can take those out the way it's saying, or we can bypass that step because we're going to take the whole assembly thing off, right?
We are.
We are, right?
Yeah.
But it's up to you.
I guess skipping because we're gonna see it regardless.
We are going to see it, and eventually you're going to have to disconnect it.
Wait until we go to it.
All right. So, gas line. We already disconnected the gas piping. So now, wiring connectors. All right. Let me show you. We have a few wires here. All right. We have one, which is right here on this gas thing. One-handed Mike's trying to save the day. Here, disconnect that. And that's all good there. Follow this to the back, and that disconnects. You gotta wiggle it. Okay. Anything else on the top? There's also power. Good. And I believe you are good to go. All right? What do you think?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Now, let's get a socket set. And we have a series of bolts, nuts we have to take off to remove the heat exchanger. Nope. Nice try. Try again.
What's that? That's it.
Ooh, you got it. There you go. Throw the extension on right from the get-go. Smart man. Say you can't teach common sense, and Daniel has it. He's double checking, making sure. See, look at that figure right there. See, burner assembly. Remove the 6, 10 millimeter nuts from the circular burner plate.
Oh, really? This one was really good. Sorry.
Yeah? Look at that. And then you'll be able to separate the front half from the rear of the air gas tube to access the inside of the burner. Caution, do not damage the gasket.
These are really loose.
Okay. So it's a good thing we're here for the annual service on this. Now keep in mind that you have a little bit of weight on that because your gas valve and your motor, exhaust motor, or the gas motor, the blower is attached to it. So make sure you have that thing securely in your hands when you finally unbolt all of them. So you have 2 more left on the top, 1 on the left, and you'll wiggle that whole assembly out in one piece. Okay, let's take a look at the main burner. She needs a good vacuuming, as you can see. All right. All right, what does it tell you to do next?
Unscrew this piece off
Okay.
from here.
That's correct. All right, so we are going to, we're doing that to get to the actual main burner and make sure that's clean, and we can wipe it with a vacuum. So we're going to gently flip this over, and there are, that's why I brought you that yellow thingy.
They're the same size.
I believe it is. Let's see. Yes, it is. I don't think it's those. Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, sorry. Is that what it says in the manual?
It is not.
Let's see.
It just shows him doing these ones.
Let's see. Do not remove the fan assembly from the air gas burner hood. Okay. No, so it wants you to remove this. So 1, 2. Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's actually, oh, that's a 6. Is there 6 of them there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I count 5. I don't count 6.
I also count 5.
G3. Remove air gas burner hood from the circular burner plate by removing 6 number 25 Torx bolts. 2, 4, 6, 8. So it's not these. I think they have a misprint. That does say 6. So this is what happens when you haven't done something all season long because it's been air conditioning season. And now you're second guessing yourself. I do know that that's got to come out. And it doesn't really want to cooperate. There you go. Daniel had his Wheaties this morning. Here's 1. Here's 2. You count 6 in this thing. Look, it's my hands right there. I should be wearing some gold. Why am I not wearing gold in this picture? Oh, yeah. Get that money, Daniel. You can do it. Huh? All about the leverage. Does he know about leverage? Oh, yeah, he knows about leverage. Siri, shut up. Leverage redemption. Effing Siri. See? Leverage redemption and leverage. Effing Siri. I swear to God, you're so dumb. Oh, I see, he's smart. Hope these are the right ones. It would suck if it wasn't, right?
All we'd have to do is just put them back in.
Yeah, that's true. But, see, it looks like that. See, he's even going for that screw right there. See? And there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold on, that doesn't count. All right, now, so this silver thing should separate. Oh, just like that, look at that. Ah, look at that. Now, let's not disturb this. There's a gasket right there. And there's your burner. Look at that. See that? Okay, and we'll look at our flame rods. Look a little discolored, so we can take some scratchy paper, which is emery paper, right? And remove the burner. Verify that all holes on the inside of the burner are clean. Gently wipe with a soft cloth or vacuum the outside of the burner. If the burner showed signs of deterioration or distortion, replace the burner. And I don't see any signs of deterioration or distortion. And it looks like we just need to just vacuum it with the, with maybe, is there a bristle attachment on your shop vac?
I don't think there is.
All right, so we could just carefully just vacuum that, and then we can go to the next step. Looks,
it does look a little bit better.
Looks a little bit better with the vacuum. The Milwaukee M18 shop vac, very nice. Okay, so that completes the removal of the burner and cleaning. Now we're gonna go to gas valve assembly. All right. Now they want you to take this apart to make sure that the fan blades and the swirl plates, and you'll see what I'm talking about in a minute, make sure that they're clean and they're without any cracks or damage, right? Because if you flip over the page, right, you're gonna see what they're talking about.
Okay.
Okay, so step 1, they want you to mark that for reassembly purposes. All right, very good. So, and again, that's just to mark for reassembly. Now, you are going to disassemble the gas valve from the fan assembly by removing the 3 Phillips head screws. And one has the orange paint on it. I got the Weehaw screwdrivers, nice, huh? She's tight, huh? There you go. Tighter than a virgin's pussy. Did I just say that? I'll have to bleep that out. So, you went away this weekend. Nice long weekend for your girlfriend's 21st birthday. Very nice. I assume you guys had a great time.
It was fun.
We won't go into details. I know your mom was watching. And your aunt, too. Your aunt was in my live stream last Friday night.
She was, yeah.
She was, right?
Yeah. And she texted me. She was like, I'm so sorry. I hope I didn't embarrass you.
It's all good. It's all good. I'm glad that she's watching. She's part of the community. It's nice.
My family thinks you're hilarious.
They think I'm hilarious? I think I'm nuts. My family thinks I'm nuts, actually. But if your family thinks I'm hilarious, I'll take that as a compliment. Most people think I'm nuts. And I am. I'm like a certified lunatic. You have to be to have like this, you know, what I do. Oh, you could do it. Oh, he's going to get in there with the smaller one. Get in there. Break that paint off. The security paint. See? Smart. If, you know, you can't teach common sense. So you must have got it from your parents. Hopefully they're not watching. Hopefully they don't watch every second of every minute of every video.
My mom she'll get into like this thing where she'll watch all your videos, but then some days she just won't watch it all.
That's good. Hopefully this is one of them. All right, now that that's disconnected, right? What?
They want a lot.
Yeah, they want a lot. Okay, using a felt tip marker, make a hash mark from the swirl plate to the outer fan shroud, right?
Guess it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Very good. Okay. Carefully remove the outer fan shroud and lift out the swirl plate.
The outer fan shroud?
Yep, that. You want to pull on that thing. No? Oh, hold on. You have to make another mark. See? You did one there, and I have to do one there. From the metal to that. Very good. Now it should come out.
The whole black piece.
No, this thing.
Right? Really?
This thing should come out, but for whatever reason, it doesn't want to come out.
I think it's the whole thing.
See, it does not. Carefully remove the outer fan shroud.
Look here. That this piece isn't there
Oh,
anymore in the next picture.
Oh, look at that. And that's why we marked it, see? Now that comes out. Ah, look at that. Now we're inside. We're deep inside. Deep inside. Okay, carefully remove the outer fan shroud and lift out the swirl plate. This is the red swirl plate. Inspect the parts and wipe clean if necessary. If the swirl plate fins are deteriorated, replace the swirl plate. All right, and now we're going to use another, once we clean off this, we're going to use a felt tip marker, mark this, and take out these 2 screws, right? And then look inside and make sure that the fan blades are clean or they're dirty. It look like they're pretty clean in there. Let's see. Stick my finger in there. Yeah, she's fairly clean. All right, and then we can reassemble. She's fairly clean there. All right. We have to dust this off. It's a little dirty right here. We'll clean this off with a rag. All right, so now we're reassembling. That fan was clean. Reassembly. That went there. Next. Okay. I think we're doing something wrong. We are doing something wrong, Daniel, son. What are we doing wrong? Doesn't that go on there?
It does.
Yes. Because there's a little hole in there, right? Remember we made all those marks so I think to line them up?
Why do I have the mark?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that mark is fine there. And then that one lined up right there. Look at that, see? Nice. Very nice. Nicey nice. Something's not right there, though.
These screws are really, really tight.
I know. All right. Something's not lined up properly. And I think it's this. We have to take it out again. Because it has to go through that other plastic piece, and that doesn't line up. Even though that lines up. The inner one we never marked. We skipped that.
Which
I
one?
skipped it. You'll see. Pull that out. Okay. Take off the outer one. It's funny how these plastic pieces on this expensive machine. All right, this is where I think we messed up. You see, these 3 holes have to line up with 3 other holes that go through this. Almost positive.
These 3. Right?
Yeah, I think so.
These 3.
All right, it's reassembled. Took us another like 15 minutes, but we figured it out. Well, sorry we skipped the page, didn't we? Burner. So we did all that. Pain in the ass. So you make sure you take all your markings correctly. All right. Now, verify that the burner head seal is in good shape. If not, replace the burner head seal. And then we're going to reattach the front burner. We already did that. Hold on. We just did this there. That's that. Oh, we're not up to that yet. Oh, yes we are. See, they just did it already. Okay, so now this, right, went in through here, and that secures to that. And one thing you're going to notice is that there's a little indentation right there. Make sure that lines up, otherwise it's not going to sit right. Now, we're going to have to flip this over and making sure that the gasket is good.
Flip this over?
No. Flip the whole assembly over. I'll hold this up like that. All right, and we got to line that up. Hold on, let me flip this magic. Okay. And now, where are those 5 screws? I'll put a couple in. Okay. You do the rest. I got it. The manual says there's 6, when in fact there are 5. Shame on you, U.S. burner, U.S. boiler. So we're going to tighten up the remaining screws. And I don't like to tighten one and then go tighten up to the next. I like to just make them all snug, and then like when you're doing like a car tire, right?
Yeah.
You're good with that shit, right? How's the Miata?
It's fine. I got the title back in the mail.
Oh, you got the title back in the mail because you forgot to send the money to...
Yeah.
So now you're going to go to DMV, or you still have to do it on in the mail?
I have to... I don't know.
Well, you're keeping the Miata now.
I might end up just selling it if it's going to be this difficult to get the title.
All right. Nice and tight. Excellent. Okay. Off to the next step. We could have did this step earlier, but we're going to take some scratchy paper and clean off the flame spark ignition rods and the flame sensing rod. And then we're going to proceed to heat exchanger. All right. Let's take a look while Daniel's getting scratchy paper from the truck. Let's take a look inside. As you can see, we do have a lot of, not a lot, but there's plenty of debris in there. So we're going to take a soft bristle brush and clean that. And we can also flush it with water as well after we clean this up. Don't use a wire brush. And if you're going to use water to flush out the heat exchanger, make sure you don't hit that ceramic disc straight in the back. You don't have to remove it, but make sure you don't get that wet because you'll damage it. All right? Reminds me of those chopsticks. You know what I'm talking about, my long-time subscribers. Chopsticks. All right. Oh, you know that one wall hung system that we work on all the time, still, by the way? And they have chopsticks on the top plate of the heat exchanger. Yeah. All right. We're gonna get the vacuum and the soft bristle brush and clean this out next. All right. Alpine 150. All right. So Daniel used a soft bristle brush and he vacuumed out the inside of the heat exchanger. He also brushed off the top of it as well. And we could take some water and flush it through if you wanted to do that, but I don't think it's necessary. Unless you want to try that.
I'm okay.
I'm
okay.
You're okay?
Yeah.
Okay. You know that mini power washer that we have for the ductless units?
Yeah.
So I love using that on the Whale McLean Ultra 3s. So Whale McLean Ultra, you haven't seen one of those yet, but those are the tall ones with the tan case. And you use a sword to clean out the inside of the heat exchanger. And then use water pressure to flush it out. And it goes into the condensate trap and it leaves the system. Unfortunately, the Whale McLean Ultra 3s inherently develop a hole in the bottom of the heat exchanger. A hole. Imagine a hole at the bottom of that heat exchanger.
Why?
And condensate and exhaust gases come out of it.
But why? That seems like
Just a shitty design, manufacturing process. You know, they blame it on water, improper service, lack of proper maintenance, improper installation. You know the drill. I have to like the Whale McLean Ultra 3s, but the newer ones, they don't have the outlet on the side of the unit anymore. The pressure gauge is not built into it anymore. It got cheap and it went up in price. All right. So now that's all clean. You're gonna put this back together. Put all the bolts in, and then we go to the next step, which is condensate trap. All right. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, this could be done with one person. You're gonna get it in there and line everything up. Perfect. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So I would just throw in a screw with a couple of bolts at the bottom. Here's all of your nuts. So we'll secure all that, and take the ratchet, tighten it up, connect all the wiring, and then do condensate.
Do they give you like torque specs or no?
They do not give you torque specs, no. Snug, you know, snug. Not where you have to need to be B.A. Baracus from the A-Team with his pound of gold. Literally, actually, I think he had, you ever watched the A-Team?
No.
You know what I'm talking about, B.A. Baracus?
The gun that I just bought is the gun that the guy uses in 18.
Shut! You can't talk about the guns on YouTube. I'll get canceled.
Will you really?
You'll get canceled.
You're just mentioning it?
I don't think it's. We're living in a different world right now. You know, that whistleblower from Facebook was not a coincidence.
Whistleblower.
Remember the whistleblower from Facebook last week?
What do you mean?
Well, hold on. Yeah, you don't get canceled. But you don't know who B.A. Baracus is? You know what I'm talking about, right?
No clue.
Hold on. So, Daniel, years ago, this is probably like, I want to say the 80s, right? There was a show called The A-Team. See? And one of the actors on there was this guy, B.A. Baracus. Right? There he is. And he literally has a pound of gold on.
Okay, yeah, I know. I don't know anything about this movie, though.
Literally, that is a pound of gold. Damn. You don't want to mess with him. So, my wife calls me B.A. Baracus because I try to wear a pound of gold at all times. But this is a lot more than a pound. This is probably close to like maybe 30 pounds.
I don't see the point in wearing the gold.
It's portable wealth. Come on.
Why do you need it to be portable?
I don't know. Who cares? Why? Because in case like the world collapses, at least it's on you. Like diamonds and bearer bonds.
Do you buy
and gold bullion.
Do you buy
and
just
Bitcoin.
Like gold?
I have gold.
Like bars?
Yeah. Coins.
Oh, so you collect coins?
I don't really collect them. It's just portable wealth that you don't have to keep in the bank. You know, you can keep it, you know, in a shoebox under your bed. But also it's an appreciating asset generally. And with all the uncertainty right now in the world, right, I don't know how much longer the U.S. dollar is going to be around, especially the way this hyperinflation is. All right? And let me stop. I'm not going to talk about politics, but, you know, we could talk about the economy.
I bet a lot of people...
There's a reason why a gallon of milk is double the price it was this year than it was last year. And gas. Gas was $2 a gallon. Now it's $4 a gallon. What were you going to say, Danielson? You bet a lot of people...
maybe I shouldn't.
No, say it.
I bet a lot of people that watch you or like
read
your reviews.
Yes.
Like your political views.
Yes, they do. But there's some people who don't want me to talk about it. So that's why I try not to talk about politics. We can talk about the economy and how, you know, there are, I believe, 10.5 million job openings in the United States, which is more by I think, if I could be mistaken, by it's more, there's 4 million people less looking for jobs. So there's 10 million jobs available, there's 6 million people looking for jobs. So there's more jobs out there, but people don't want to work.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why we have supply chain issues, which is the reason why everything's in, I told you, be careful with that thing. Right? That stupid thing, the auto air vent. Which is why things cost a lot more now because cost of labor increased, but salaries aren't increasing. Well, maybe they are, maybe they aren't, but Yeah, just make sure you put that back. Just don't, yeah, like leave it there. We'll have to order the automatic air vent. I mean, the bleeder. Just rest it right there. Okay, good. This corrosion is holding it together. We have to get a new one of those for them. All right, we're gonna connect all the wires, and one of the final steps is the condensate trap and combustion test. All right. I'm gonna see if I have that flue temperature sensor in my truck. I may have it. It's embarrassing, but I don't have the flue stack temperature sensor in the truck. And why don't I have it? I don't have it because it's not included in the Alpine service box. But what is included in the Alpine service box is a transformer, which I've never used. What's not included also in the service box is a Sage controller, which I've used many of. But nonetheless, parts are on order. Skip the condensate trap portion of it. Don't skip the parts. You gotta clean that out. Come on. If you ain't testing, you're guessing. You gotta test to make sure it's clean. Oh, they have you putz around with that, huh? All right. So what I normally do is I drop that, right? And then I just pour water through to make sure it's clean. Or I disconnect that, and then I disconnect the wires here, and I disconnect the union there, and I take this to a sink and flush it out. You can do it. You're letting that thing kick you in the ass, huh? Oh, you almost got it. Oh, yeah. You can do it. Here you go. You did it. Oh, yes. Stick it out of there. Nice. Very nice. Now break that union. Call from wireless caller. Call from wireless caller. It's usually a spam risk. You get those?
Yeah, mine tells me it's spam.
Yeah. I'm gonna pick up this call. Oh, they hung up. Hello? No? Okay, goodbye. He told me my car warranty is up for renewal. Were you with me when the last time they called? Who was I with?
When you answered?
Yeah. Oh, we were on our way to that ICP. That ICP kept telling us to call distributors. Distributors kept calling to all ICP.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I told them that I had they wanted to know the oldest car that I have. And I said, well, it's a 2021. And then I told them I had a G-Wagon. And like, any other cars, like a Honda. I was like, I don't drive Hondas. All right, don't forget to disconnect the wiring. And we'll find a sink. Is there a sink back there? Look at that, there is a sink back there. Very nice. All right, so Daniel washed out the condensate trap. Was it dirty?
It's filthy, yeah.
Oh, see, look at that. See, it looks kind of filthy on the outside, the staining of it. But hopefully you'll get that on there. You're having a struggle. Why are you struggling? You know what you need? You need like a linesman.
I don't think I have those.
You don't have a linesman? What kind of HVAC tech are you?
Maybe I do.
It's this nice tool bag you got here. Compliments of the member of the community.
This might work. Right?
Maybe you could try it. Oh, I had.
You gave me this.
Oh, that's right. Oh, is that a Nipix?
It is.
It is a Nipix, which means someone else gave it to me. Because I get love.
Oh, it's like the perfect, it has little indents for it.
Oh, look at that. See, you were putzing around, basically dicking around for like 20 minutes. And now look.
Yeah, look, it's a little.
Oh, that's perfect. Nipix. God bless Nipix. Made in Germany. Nipix. Goddamn Germans. Okay.
I'm German.
What?
I'm German.
I know. Killed all the Jews. Well, not you directly, you know, but it's all good. Okay. So, are you going to use the Wagos? Because you're not going to reuse the wire nuts, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna use the Wagos.
You have Wagos in your box right there?
I do.
Excellent. In the clear case?
That is
Oh my god, the thing is a beast. Wagos. What am I, retarded here? Oh, one doesn't exist. So, the Wagos. Don't use these wire nuts, which you're technically only supposed to use once. These are also, I think they're German too. Goddamn Germans.
You should get sponsored by them.
Wago?
Yeah.
So they commented a couple times in some earlier videos with the Wago lever 221 connectors. Thank you for promoting our product. And I said, well, thank you for commenting. I was like, how about I could be a brand ambassador? Oh, I signed up another brand. They emailed me the legal paperwork. A lot of legal paperwork.
For the one that you've
I
already
basically have to give them my left testicle if I F up. So, yep, see. And what's great about those Wago 221 lever connectors is that they're reusable. And look how easy, they're secure. Those are not coming out. And I think the Wago will actually burn at like 150 amps. Seriously, some crazy shit like that. All right, so that's all. And what's up with this little hose right there? Ah, you see? So there you go, right there. Bingo. Okay. What's left of the manual?
It's like a lot.
Okay.
Put it all back together.
Well, you cleaned up the condensate trap. So yeah, final reassembly and inspection. You got all the connectors back on where they belong. Great. All right.
Gas line to the gas valve.
Yep, so gas line to the gas valve. So here is a couple nipples and a union, and you have pipe dope by Hercules. Hercules. Let's see, will the union fit inside or outside?
I think it's gonna have to go inside.
Oh, if it'll fit inside, that'd be nice. As long as you can access it and make sure you could make it nice and snug, and also take it apart for future annual service. Capiche? Mm-hmm. Well, it was the exact same size of the other nipple with the union in it.
I feel like once it's actually lined up, then it'll be like the perfect length.
Oh, yeah.
No, can't get it.
Hold on. Gotta throw some dope on that bad boy.
Just didn't get it everywhere.
Very nice. Get some dope on there all the way around. You're not wearing any gloves, Daniel. You don't like wearing gloves?
I do like to wear them.
Does your girlfriend like your dirty hands?
No.
I'm sure she doesn't let you near her with a 10-foot pole with those dirty hands.
I usually wash them, but...
Oh, but I forgot, you guys are saving yourself for marriage. You're a good Catholic school boy, right? Daniel's a good kid. We like Daniel.
For now.
Huh?
For now.
For now. Yeah, even though you had a job in Melville this morning, which is literally down the block from your house, you still drove to the shop. From Melville to Valley Stream, then went to Valley Stream back to Melville to go back to Valley Stream.
So stupid.
Should always check your calendar in the morning. I know you did though, but it didn't pop up. But I guess it's my fault. I should have told you. But
I mean,
it is what it is.
it's really just completely my fault.
It was a mind fart. Your mind had a fart in it. All right, so we got the new gas nipples there with the union, because this is never coming apart with that blue block there. Not coming apart, and not for me. Remember, don't break anything, Daniel.
Yeah, but
All right, very good.
The tightest that I could tighten something is not very tight at all.
I know, because you have to work out. You have to like eat Wheaties or something.
I know.
All right. What's left? Let's refer to the manual.
Reinstall Igniter.
You got all the wires back in.
Make sure that they're clear of obstruction to vent and air intake pipes.
Okay, we should check outside.
And back to that starts the temperature sensor.
Excellent. So let's make sure outside is free of any obstructions. There is one there. And that looks like it's pretty clear. And the other one, I don't remember where the other one went. I smell pot though. You smell pot?
It smells like these trees. I feel like.
It doesn't smell like pot. Let's see, is it going up the chimney? Let's see. Let's see if it's going up the chimney. Alas, it is. The exhaust goes up the chimney.
Is that okay?
As long as the piping is extended all the way to the roof of it,
yeah.
I would think so, but hopefully it is. If not, not good, but it is what it is. All right. So, the basically only thing left now is you got to put the gasket on, but we don't need to do that right now. We can do a combustion test, right?
Gasket.
You know,
The
this
gasket for the little hole
this thing.
for the temperature.
Yes.
Okay.
With the lube. Because remember, Daniel, what do I say? Say it.
Like it before you stick.
You gotta lick it before you stick it. God damn, it's right.
Just turn on the boiler.
That's right. Voila. All right, now there's a sequence of operations. Right now it's display loading, and it's gonna go into energy save mode. Once it gets a call for heat, we're gonna go through a pre-purge and all that other good stuff. And I guess we're lucky right now because it wants to make domestic hot water. So we're gonna go into status, all right, and we're gonna watch what this thing does. Right now it's in pre-purge. All right, and it's gonna go into ignition, drive light off, and then running. When it's in running, you want to get the probe in there and get it ready.
Into that hole.
What?
Into that hole down there.
Into the hole where the flue stack temperature goes. Now, and I'm gonna do one step. I'm gonna take one step further. We'll switch sides here. You go over there, I go over here, and we are going to make sure this goes into high fire. All right, when I go into adjust, I'm gonna adjust. I'm gonna enter the access code in, which you guys don't need to know, but there it is. Save, and then adjust. And now I'm going to go into manual control, and I'm gonna go into high fire. You ready, Daniel? Again, we don't even have an ignition yet, but it is gonna go into high fire once we have ignition, and then we need to test our combustion results. Are you on?
No.
No, you're gonna turn it on, Daniel. Before you stick it in there. No?
Yeah, there.
Because it usually has to zero out
Yeah.
in 24 seconds. How do you like this little thingy? Not as nice as the other one, is it?
I mean, it works.
It works,
Mine
yeah.
prints.
Did yours prints?
Yeah.
Mine doesn't print. I don't have a printer. So I hear that ignition. Alright. 3, 2, 1. We're gonna hit OK. Start. Okay. Go ahead, go. She's ramping up. Is there a light? Wait a little while to get some readings here.
You also have to turn the gas on, right?
Oh, yeah. Yes, Daniel, we have to turn the gas on. No wonder nothing's happening. But we got 120 degrees coming out of this thing, though. It's kind of interesting, right?
Well, was it already... The water was already, like, hot?
I guess, yeah. No, the water is... Yeah, 120. Oh, wow, look at that. I guess it's... Plays a factor into that. Look at that.
So, how come it has to be taken there?
The exhaust temperature?
Yeah.
Because there's a hole there already. Where else are you going to take a combustion reading?
The hole up there, right?
Oh, yeah, someone drilled a hole there. I would defer to the manual.
Right.
Want to defer to the manual?
I mean, after this.
Okay. Because the manual's right there. And we have ignition. We are running. Now we get some results. Look at that. Okay, we're in manual rate right now at 100%. All right, we want to let this run for a little bit, and then we're going to stop and get our readings. We'll get this as close to 160 as possible, and then I'm going to hit stop. Take a look at the numbers. 8.4 CO2. 29 parts per million of carbon monoxide. Very good. We're at 80. There we go. Get back over here. 147 degrees.
So the top arrow cycles through the top menu, the bottom arrow cycles through the bottom menu.
I'm not used to the Testo 310. Thank you. 36 particles per million. We're at 150 degrees. If I hit stop, it'll save everything, right?
Yeah, there's no clipboard. You just have to press stop and not press start again.
Very primitive, but it works. All right, we're at 151, 152. I'm going to stop it now, and I'm going to exit out of manual fire. All right, I'm going to log in with the code, which is that. Sorry, you guys missed it. Oh, snooze you lose. Manual control, back to automatic, and we're going to print the results and make sure that everything is where it should be. And then we'll defer to the manual to see the best location for a combustion analysis. All right, so we just printed the combustion results. The thing is zeroing out. There's our results, and it's a nice little case. I think the 310 is primitive, but Daniel seems to like it. It works, does its job. You're gonna take that, we're gonna put a copy of that on our invoice. Oh, it even lets you type in your company name.
You have to write it.
You have to write it.
Yeah.
So there's no option to actually save it into the Testo, right?
I tried,
All right, no
doesn't
problem.
seem like it.
Take a look at those numbers.
I kind of want to just sit in my basement and at my
Play with it.
burner and just cycle through everything.
Because you got oil.
Yeah.
And if you're working on oil, you need to have a combustion analyzer. Some companies don't even have this. I don't know how they service oil equipment or how anyone services heating equipment without having the right tools for the job. It's mind-blowing.
They look to make sure that the flame's a certain color.
What color is it? What color should it be? Like a yellow?
Yeah, they want it like yellow.
Yellow. So if it's yellow, you're good. You're golden.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. So we'll take a picture of this, and we'll put it to the packet right there. I use the little shipping labels, the shipping little packets from Uline. Nice, they work. I've been using them for years. And then we'll update the service tag over there. If that plug is going to fit over the nipple.
On the outside.
Yes, and you got to put the lube on it. You got to lick it before you stick it. In case you're wondering, here's the annual maintenance kit for the Alpine. There it is. There's the number. 105-619-01. Good luck finding this. They don't exist anymore. It's been replaced by this. The flue temperature sensor cap kit. There's the part number, 105-197-01. But hey Dana, this is Mike from the Pipe Doctor Plumbing and Heating. I'm working on an Alpine 150 with a new hire of ours, and I'm looking in the manual and I'm not finding it. The combustion analysis ranges for the system in high fire.
All right, so at high fire, our target is 5.5.
Target is 5.5. All right, let's see what I got.
That's an O2 setting.
O2. So I have an O2 setting of 5.9. So we plus or minus 5 degrees? I mean, half a point, or?
Yeah, it'd probably be worth it. We're going to go clockwise on the throttle screw.
And that is that little one, not the one.
It's a slotted screw that has a plus and minus on.
Correct. That's the one to the left of the one always on the right-hand side of the thing.
Right,
So I should.
you got it right up center, I think.
Correct. So I want to go counterclockwise about an eighth of a turn, not even an eighth of a turn, like a fraction of a turn.
Yeah, to bring the oxygen down, go counterclockwise.
Counterclockwise. All right. And if obviously if it goes up, then I'm going the wrong direction. Any other results I should be looking at?
You'd want to check your low fire after that.
Okay.
And just make sure that your low fire is a couple of tenths above your high fire.
Okay. And anything else?
That's pretty much it.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I'm gonna go do this with him now. Much appreciated.
All right.
All right. All right. So Danny, let me show you what he was referring to. Huh?
A question I have is about the second thing you said.
Low fire. What's the second thing you said?
To make sure that I didn't hear well. To make sure that it's something above high fire.
Like a tenth over high fire. Like a little bit higher.
A tenth.
Of, like, if it's supposed to be 5.5, it should be like
5.6.
5.6, 5.7, something like that.
Alright.
So I'll use your screwdriver. That one right there,
Yeah.
slotted,
Yep.
right there, has the plus or minus arrows right there.
Yep.
So if we were to reset up the test, though, we're going to turn this back about an eighth of a turn, like a little bit.
Correct, yeah.
Right? It's a little bit. But, again, we're at 5.9. Let's see where we were at last year. Last year, oh, look at this, 7.9. Oh, someone was doing their job. All right.
What's the degree?
That was 145 degrees. Today we're at 148 degrees at 5.9. All right, 150, we're at 5.8 degrees. See? And then this one, 7.3. 7.3, 5.8, 7.9, which was last year. And now this year we have 5.9. And that's after doing a real cleaning. Let's say we dial that down, or I have a rule of thumb of 0.5 degrees. I always have a rule of thumb.
Yeah, I would say leave it if it were like mine.
Correct, and that's where we're going to leave it there. And we'll make a little note on the iPad that O2 recommended 5.5, but right now it's a 5.7, 5.7, 5.9, 5.9. Not terrible. Better than 7.4. That might have been an inaccurate reading or whatever, but
What's the percent of error on the test though?
the percent of error
Yeah, like how.
That's a great
accurate is
question.
it actually.
should be dead ass accurate. Should be.
I bet it's not.
I bet you it's not either.
I bet they say it's like.
Now, let's look at this. All right, we had this company right here. Danielson. This company here. Right? They're a very large company here. The owner lives in a Taj Mahal. A real Taj Mahal. I live like in a mini Taj Mahal, but he lives in a real Taj Mahal. Right? And on October 19th, 2015, technician number 54 was here. It had an efficiency rating of 92%, right? Let's wait for it. O2, 8.7. And I guess he's the guy who made that hole in that flue pipe over there. How did it have 8.7? I don't know. I don't know.
Did you not put carbon?
We have CO2
Oh, no.
of 6.6, but O2 is 8.7%.
But how did he get 0.023?
He's probably an oil guy and he doesn't know what he's talking about because it's 23 parts per million. You can't measure less than 1. Maybe unless he's God. God the Almighty could probably know a decimal point. This is a thousandth, right? Because that's tenths, hundredths, thousandths. See, I'm smart. But the target is 5.5. They were at 8.7, and I was never that high last year, 7.3, right? And then this year, 5.9 after a full cleaning. All right, the boiler's running. Right now we're in central heat. Everything's good, and we're gonna clean up and get up out of here. You just had to look up what the accuracy rates of the testo was, didn't you?
Yeah.
All right, what's the accuracy?
Plus or minus 0.2 on O2.
Plus or minus 0.2 on O2 sensor.
CO is 1 particle per million. Or no, accuracy. Plus or minus 20 particles per million.
Wow. That is a lot. So the accuracy, based on Testo's certification sheet, the accuracy of CO is 20, plus or minus 20.
And then
with a range of 0 to 400.
When you get bigger...
You know, that's really not acceptable. That's way off.
If you have 4,000 particles per million, though, you could be off by, what, 400? That's a lot.
Yeah. Wow, but what's resolution? So every 1, there's no tenth.
Okay.
But plus or minus 20 ppm, that's a lot. Because, you know, I like to see anything under 50. But if it's telling me it's 49 and it's actually 69, that's... Or if it's telling me it's 1 and it's actually 21, that's I don't know. I wonder what the other manufacturers' accuracy rates are on their equipment. All right.
CO ambient is also 20 parts per million off.
Interesting. The ambient CO. Interesting.
And response time is 60 seconds on the CO reading.
Interesting. Technical data on Testo's website for the 310. Numbers don't lie. And one of the great things about Service Pal, just like, I guess, Service Titan and House Cold Pro, you know, I get calls from Service Titan all the time. I'm not big enough for Service Titan, and hopefully I never am. I don't want too much babysitting. I like having 3 trucks in the road. Maybe I'll add a third, a fourth or a fifth. But I'd rather put someone else in my truck, and me, I can do bigger and better things like go team up with Conrad in South Carolina and expand the empire up and down the East Coast because Mikey Pipes makes moves. But like I was saying, one of the things like that Service Pal can do, just like all the other apps, is that when I'm done with the service call, within 15 minutes of the service call, the customer is getting a text message notification to their phone thanking them for the opportunity, to service their property, thanking them for calling Pipe Doctor. Your technician was whoever it was me, it was the other Mike, if it was Daniel's son, and also, sending them a link to our Google page where we kindly ask them to rate our performance publicly, and where they can enter into a drawing, which I do once a month, and I give away a free dinner. All right, basically I give away $200, once a month to a lucky person, or lucky client who left us a Google review. Again, it's a way of giving back to my clients, just like how I gave away last Friday night. I gave away 2 tickets to the Nets game, and the guy happens to be a YouTube subscriber, and not to mention he's also a client. And I specifically remember his Navy and NCB system that I serviced with Sippy Cup in May of this year, and he actually picked number 17, and he won 2 tickets, basically courtside. I have season tickets to the the Brooklyn Nets. Sick game. Hope he had a great time. He sent me pictures. It looks epic. I'm going to be there Thursday night. Anyway, let me stop ranting and raving. Hope you enjoyed this service call from start to finish, and even the back end, some of the back end stuff. Special shout out to Elitech, one of my corporate sponsors. I signed up 2 more sponsors in the past week since coming back from Hawaii. One was very impressed with the footage I took in the helicopter, seeing the rainforest in Maui, and then noticed I have a YouTube page, and they also do plumbing and HVAC stuff, and sign them up. Awesome. Welcome aboard. But Don't be calling Tech and saying that, hey, you know, Mikey Pipes said, you know, that your refrigeration stuff is free. It's not free. There's links down in the description box down below. Don't be a pig about it. Let's support, you know, the ones that support us. Thank you very much for watching. Be well. God bless. Stay safe. Smash that thumbs up button. 50,000 subscribers are right around the corner, and we're going to have an epic pool party. Can't wait. Maybe Grey Goose will be the sponsor.